Good evening. Today is April 2nd. I'm Tau Babalon, and I'm here with our Thelemic reading for the Thelemic Holy Season. Our Hebrew letter for today is TET, and our tarot card is Lust. Today's reading is from Liber Stellae Rubeae. Apep deifieth Asar. Let excellent virgins evoke rejoicing, son of night. This is the book of the most secret cult of the ruby star. It shall be given to none, save to the shameless in deed as in word. No man shall understand this writing. It is too subtle for the sons of men. If the ruby star have shed its blood upon thee, if in the season of the moon thou hast invoked by the Eod and the Pei, then mayest thou partake of this most secret sacrament. One shall instruct another, with no care for the matters of men's thought. There shall be a fair altar in the midst, extended upon a black stone. At the head of the altar gold, and twin images in green of the Master. In the midst a cup of green wine. At the foot the star of ruby. The altar shall be entirely bare. First the ritual of the flaming star. Next the infernal adorations of O-A-I, Mu-Pa-Telai, Tu-Wa-Melai, Ah-Ah-Ah, Tu-Fu-Tulu, Tu-Fu-Tulu, Pa-Sa-Ga, Qui-Mu-Telai, Ya-Pu-Melai, U-U-U, Si-Gu-Melai, Pe-Fu-Telai, Fu-Tu-Lu, O-Chi-Belay, Wa-Pa-Malay, Ut, 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 Gi-Fu-Latre, Li-Fu-Malay, Kut, Hoot, Newt, Ai, O-Ai, Rel-Moai, Ti, Wa-La-Pelai, Tu-Fu-Latai, We-Ni-Bi. Also thou shalt excite the wheels with the 5 wounds and the 5 wounds. Then thou shalt excite the wheels with the 2 and the 3rd in the midst, even Saturn and Jupiter, Sun and Moon, Mars and Venus, and Mercury. Then the 5 and the 6th. Also the altar shall fume before the Master with incense that hath no smoke. That which is to be denied shall be denied. That which is to be trampled shall be trampled. That which is to be spat upon shall be spat upon. These things shall be burnt in the outer fire. Then again the Master shall speak as he will soft words, and with music and what else he will bring forward the victim. Also he shall slay a young child upon the altar, and the blood shall cover the altar with perfume as of roses. Then shall the Master appear as he should appear, in his glory. He shall stretch himself upon the altar, and awake it into life and into death. For so we conceal that life which is beyond. The temple shall be darkened, save for the fire and the lamp of the altar. There shall he kindle a great fire and a devouring. Also he shall smite the altar with his scourge, and blood shall flow therefrom. Also he shall have made roses bloom thereon. In the end he shall offer up the vast sacrifice, at the moment when the god licks up the flame upon the altar. All these things shalt thou perform strictly, observing the time. And the beloved shall abide with thee. Thou shalt not disclose the interior world of this rite unto anyone. Therefore have I written it in symbols that cannot be understood. I who reveal the ritual am Iao and Oai, the right and the averse. These are alike unto me. Now the veil of this operation is called shame, and the glory abideth within. Thou shalt comfort the heart of the secret stone with the warm blood. Thou shalt make a subtle decoction of delight, and the watchers shall drink thereof. I, Apep the serpent, am the heart of Iao. Isis shall await Asar, and I in the midst. Also the priestess shall seek another altar, and perform my ceremonies thereon. There shall be no hymn, nor dithyramb in my praise, and the praise of the right, seeing that it is utterly beyond. Thou shalt assure thyself of the stability of the altar. In this rite thou shalt be alone. I will give thee another ceremony, whereby many shall rejoice. Before all, let the oath be taken firmly as thou raiseth up the altar from the black earth, in the words that thou knowest. For I also swear unto thee my body and soul, that shall never be parted in sunder, that I dwell within thee coiled and ready to spring. I will give thee kingdoms of the earth, O thou who hast mastered the kingdoms of the east and of the west. I am Apep, O thou slain one. Thou shalt slay thyself upon mine altar. I will have thy blood to drink. For I am a mighty vampire, and my children shall suck up the wine of the earth, which is blood. Thou shalt replenish thy veins from the chalice of heaven. Thou shalt be secret, a fear to the world. Thou shalt be exalted, and none shall see thee, exalted, and none shall suspect thee. For there are two glories diverse, and thou who hast won the first shalt enjoy the second. I leap with joy within thee, my head is arisen to strike. Oh, the lust, the sheer rapture of the life of the snake in the spine. Mightier than God or man, I am in them and pervade them. Follow out these my words. Fear nothing, fear nothing, fear nothing. For I am nothing, and me thou shalt fear, O my virgin, my prophet within whose bowels I rejoice. Thou shalt fear with the fear of love. I will overcome thee. Thou shalt be very nigh to death. But I will overcome thee, and new life shall illumine thee with the light that is beyond the stars. Thinkest thou, I, the force that have created all, am not to be despised? And I will slay thee in my lust. Thou shalt scream with the joy and the pain and the fear and the love, so that the lambda omicron gamma omicron sigma of a new god leaps out among the stars. There shall be no sound heard but this thy lion roar of rapture. Yea, this thy lion roar of rapture. Now, onto the lust card. The lust card is the 11th trump and is traditionally titled Strength, though Crowley says lust implies not only strength, but the joy of strength exercised. It is vigor and the rapture of vigor. The Thoth card of lust recalls the ancient legends in which heroes are inevitably fathered by some beast or supernatural entity, and envisions the birth of the Aeon from a woman who rides the lion serpent. Crowley says, she rides astride the beast. In her left hand, she holds the reins, representing the passion which unites them. In her right, she holds aloft the cup, the holy grail of flame with love and death. In this cup are mingled the elements of the sacrament of the Aeon. There is in this card a divine drunkenness or ecstasy. The woman is shown as more than a little drunk and more than a little mad, and the lion also is aflame with lust. This signifies the type of energy described is of the primitive creative order. It is completely independent of the criticism of reason. This card portrays the will of the aeon. In the background are the bloodless images of the saints, on whom this image travels, for their whole life has been absorbed into the Holy Grail. Reference is also made to the chapter Warata Blossom in the Book of Lies. 7 are the veils of the dancing girl in the harem of Et. 7 are the names, and 7 are the lamps beside her bed. 7 eunuchs guard her with drawn swords. No man may come nigh unto her. In her wine cup are 7 streams of the blood of the 7 spirits of God. 7 are the heads of the beast whereon she rideth. The head of an angel, the head of a saint, the head of a poet, the head of an adulterous woman, the head of a man of valor, the head of a satyr, and the head of a lion serpent. 7 letters hath her holiest name, and it is Babalon. This is the seal upon the ring that is on the forefinger of Et, and it is the seal upon the tombs of them who she hath slain. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of Our Lady, for it is the number of a woman, and her number is 156. Thank you for joining me tonight. Love is the law, love under will.